Alright. What's going on, guys? Hope I am streaming. So, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different one for a stream, a tier list. Oh, how trendy. Cool. I don't think they're trending anymore. So, my plan is I'm going to have one more big video, not super big, but big enough, on J-Neo here in a little while. I don't know how long. And that's going to be the last one to hold you off for a little bit until I can catch up with War for Paradise. And to be quite honest, I may just have to drop J-Neo. I'm not sure, because I just want to focus on War for Paradise completely. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What I'm planning to do, I was talking to my dad. He might be coming over tomorrow, so if he does, we're going to do this whole tier list again, but he's going to be here with me, and he's a big, rock guy, so this is going to be really up his alley. So, starting off at the bottom, we have I don't know who this band is. Then you have F. Obviously, that means just like none of their material is any good. I can't stand any of their music. D is like, there's one song in there that I kind of like. C, there's like, you got some okay ones. B's like mostly good. A, it's like just right before it hits the S, and then like S is when it's just perfect. Okay. 1 star CC. I actually don't know who these are. The 1975. I don't know who that is. One Direction. I wouldn't really call One Direction a rock band, but be quite honest, D. I mean, they got some songs here and there, but I mean, 3 Doors Down. I'm gonna put 3 Doors Down in. If I go crazy, baby, you still be holding my hand. Kryptonite. I'll put them in C. Third Eyed Blind. Okay, this ad is unbelievably freaking annoying. Thank you. Let me get rid of it. You can put any other ad up there, but not that one, please. Third Eye Blind. I'm gonna put that in C. Yeah, they're alright. 4 Non-Blondes. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high. B. 5 Finger Death Punch. I'm not really into that, super edgy, heavy metal stuff. They got some, okay. 5 Sos. I don't know who that is. Okay, this next one, I know this next one's gonna really turn some heads. This one's really gonna be really controversial. D. Want my honest opinion. I mean, to me, quite honest, D. Yeah, I'm not a real big. Everyone goes crazy about AC/DC. I'm just not an AC/DC fan. Is that Aerosmith? D. It's about the D. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what Dad would put, where Dad will put that. AR. I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to be AJR? Alice Cooper. I'm actually going to put Alice Cooper in A tier. That's the first of our A tiers here. Alice Cooper was definitely very important for the 60s and 70s, the music and stuff like that. And the big reason why I'm doing this stream is just because I did it once and I liked it so much. I'm curious if anything's changed for me over the years. And 2, My next big video is going to be on music again, so it'll be interesting. La 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 la. Okay, Alice in Chains. See. Not a big Alice in Chains fan. Is that the Allman Brothers? I like the Allman Brothers. They're B. They're definitely very good. Dickie Betts is a really good guitarist, so yeah. Animal Collective? I don't know who that is. The Animals, I know who they are. They are an A tier for sure. They got some really good stuff. Anthrax. Again, I'm not in that whole... I've listened to their stuff. They're not all that great, in my opinion. Arctic Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys. They got some bops. I'll admit, they got some bops. Audio Slave. This is kind of like the ones that people would make for like the really depressed, angry teenagers. I mean, you talk about incel music. Yeah, D. Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold. They definitely got some bops. I will stop saying bop. They definitely have really cool music. Their guitarist is really great. B. Bare Naked Ladies. Bare Naked Ladies was actually a very underrated band. They definitely have some very interesting music. I want to put them in A. High B tier, actually. I'll put them at the top of B for now. The Beach Boys. I don't know. I just never was a really big Beach Boys guy. But I definitely respect their music enough to say that they definitely at least belong in B tier. The Beatles. Now this next one is really going to get me into some hot water for sure. I think the Beatles are overrated. I really do. People think that they're like the peak of music. I really don't. To me, they're on par with the Doors. I think they're really overrated. I mean, they have some good songs here and there. I think they're overrated. Beck. Is this supposed to be Jeff Beck? If it's Jeff Beck, I'm putting it in S tier right now. Beck. I'm gonna assume that this is Jeff Beck. If so, I'm putting him in high A tier because Jeff Beck is really was an amazing guitarist that every single musician always loved. Black Flag. Black Flag, I think I've heard a few of their songs. They're alright. Black Keys. Blink 182. Now we're starting to get into some of the stuff that I know. Blink 182 is definitely an interesting one because they're definitely one of those weird ones right in between where you hit the 90s and the 2000s, which is right where I'm born. So this one's kind of a little biased. I want to put them in B tier. Blondie. Blondie, B. Blur. Damon Albarn and whatnot. I don't really know that many Blur songs, but I do know definitely a few of them. B. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is probably one of the worst singers of all time, but the guy can definitely write some music. I'm gonna put him in high B. Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult. I mean, they only had but 4 songs in my opinion, and every one of the others is kind of like, but they definitely had some good ones. I'll put them in C. Bon Jovi. Now, for some people, A lot of them don't like Bon Jovi. I'm one of the people that like Bon Jovi. I'm gonna put them in A tier. I don't care what people say. I think most people would probably either put them in S or F. I don't think they're that good, but I think they're good. Boston, S tier. I mean, it's Boston. I mean, there's just S automatically. S tier. I mean, there's really exactly probably the most important band of the '70s. I mean, yeah, probably one of the most influential musicians of all time, with one of the greatest guitarists, greatest lead singers, Brad Delp. I could go on and on and on about Boston. S. Bowie, A tier. Brand New? Who's brand? I don't know what that is. Cage the Elephant. I was walking down the street and I saw this pretty little girl walking up to me. See. Cannibal Corpse. Don't know. I can't tell who that is. I can't tell who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is. The Cars. You know, to me, the Cars were like a combination of the best parts of the Beatles and Pink Floyd. They really had such a unique style, and really they were kind of like the fathers of electronic music in a way. So I gotta put them in S. Clarence Clearwater Revival. They had some they had some good songs. They definitely did, but they're definitely overrated. No. I'll put you right above Bon Jovi. For some people, that's got to be an insult, but take it as a compliment. Chicago. Saturday in the park. Gracie's gonna come the 4th of July. Chicago. Yeah, I put them in the top of B. Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, great guitarists, probably one of the most iconic bassists of all time, being Flea. Very catchy, iconic lyrics. Probably one of the most important bands of the 90s. A tier. The Clash. The Clash. Well, wouldn't it be in T because it's The Clash, not The Clash? Okay, anyway. I put them in C. Cold War Kids. I don't know who that is. Coldplay. B. Yeah. Cream. I've been waiting so long. Probably one of the most important bands of the 60s. Really, especially with their work with Eric Clapton. It's a very underlooked but a very important band. Very well known. But I don't think it's quite S tier. I'm gonna put them at the top of A. I'm actually gonna move Red Hot Chili Peppers behind. I'm gonna put Alice Cooper right there. Creed. There's a walk along the high, in tears walk. Creed definitely has some music. I mean, an amazing lead singer. They're definitely A tier for sure. Where they're at, I don't know. Cosby, Still, Nash. B. The Cure. B. I'll put them right behind Chicago for now. Behind Chicago. Is that the Andy Warhols? With the Velvet Underground. If it's a Velvet Underground, I might put it in S tier, but if it's just Andy Warhol, then I'm probably just going to put it in B. I'm going to assume this is just Andy Warhol. Deep Purple. A very important band of the 60s and 70s. Amazing guitarist, Richie Blackmore. Even when they broke up, they went out to make amazing bands such as Whitesnake and Richard Blackmore's Rainbow, especially the stuff that they did with Dio. A. Def Leppard. No. Yeah. Depeche Mode. Dire Straits. Dire Straits. I mean, very important guitarist. A tier. Disturbed. Very angry music. I don't really care for that sort of stuff, but if it's your thing, go for it, I say. Yeah. The Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers were definitely a very important band. A lot of good songs. I'm gonna put them in A, because they really were held out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for quite a while, and it really was. They were kind of done dirty. Whoa, whoa! Listen to the music. The Doors, most overrated band of all time. Honestly, how they are as big as they were, it's beyond me. They really were just so overrated. People still go on and on and on and on about Jim Morrison, how he was such an iconic. I mean, I guess he was for the time, but man, he was, compared to all the stuff that was coming out at the time, he was nothing. Dragon Force. S. And I'm not just talking about their Through the Fire and the Flames. They have many other great songs. Dream Theater. I don't know who that is. Duran Duran. See. Eagles. S tier. Definitely S tier. I mean, with some of the most sold records of all time. Hotel California, Lion Eye, just many great songs. ELO, A tier. Elton John. Elton John is great, don't get me wrong, but his music is, he kind of just sings the same crap over and over and over again, but he definitely very good. Evanescence. Very interesting, especially for the 90s, early 2000s, to have a female lead singer, and that's especially very rare in the grand scheme of thing, especially in the music industry. Holy crap, we still got a lot of people to go. Hey, Fall Out Boy. This ain't a scene, it's a damn arms race. I mean, people like Ren Danker and B. Finger 11. I don't know who that is. Fitz and the Tartatums. I actually don't know who that is. The Flaming Lips. Don't know who that is. Fleetwood Mac. S tier. I know a lot of people, some people, aren't that big a fan of Fleetwood Mac. Some people are. I'm one of the people that are very much a huge fan of Fleetwood Mac. I mean, they definitely were a solid combination between, country and rock. That very soft rock, but just the way that their lyrics and the music is written, it's like anyone can come into it and enjoy the music. Even though it is more softer, kind of like the Eagles, anyone can get into it. Foo Fighters. A tier. I don't think they're quite S tier, but they definitely are up there. Foreigner. A tier. The Fray. I don't know who that is. Fun. Genesis. B tier. Godsmack. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I can't read that one. The Goo Goo Dolls. They're actually one of my favorite bands of all time, so I kind of have a little bit of a bias. I mean, this whole thing is biased, so... my heart wants to put them in S tier. Yeah, they're going in S tier. Gorillaz. Also one of my favorite bands. Here's the thing about the Gorillaz. They're becoming less and less and less of a rock band, and they're kind of steering towards like a pop, rap band. If we were regarding their first 2-3 albums, I would probably put them in S tier, but lately, they've started coming back with their latest albums, but A. Coyote. They were the ones that wrote that. To me, they only had that one song. Just you didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened to know we were nothing. I don't even need your love. I'll put them in C tier because it's really Grand Funk Railroad. I don't know. Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead is an interesting one because the Grateful Dead made interesting music for the time because they were the hippie rock. However, I think as musicians they are extremely profound, but as a band, as their discography goes, they are not good. But they're how can I make sense of this? Okay, so the musicians are extremely talented. I mean, I would probably put Jerry Garcia as probably one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Acoustic, at least. However, most of their music is very just, run-of-the-mill, very generic, basic, but I don't know how to put. I don't want to. B tier. Green Day. One of the most overrated bands of all time, in my opinion. I don't think they're quite. They're kind of actually annoying, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. And Billy Joe Cyrus is just, his vocals really gets on my freaking nerves. I mean, he's not the worst thing ever. I don't think he's quite the Offspring level, but because of this dude, you know, you had all these bands that spawned after him that just really wanted to follow this big album right here, the Grenade Heart. And he was really trying to capture the Sex Pistols, but with a sort of poppy voice. And to me, that's defeats the whole purpose of the Sex Pistols, because the Sex Pistols is supposed to be hard to listen to. It's jarring, it's angry, but this one's like poppy trash music mixed with punk, and it's so. Yeah, I do not like it. I wouldn't put them in exactly F tier. I don't yet, but I'll put them. I will actually put them ahead of the Doors, because no. I will admit they had some talent. Greta Van Fleet. Let's see. Group Plove. I don't know who that is. Guns N' Roses. Okay. I cannot stand the singing of Axl Rose at all. Even in their most famous song, Sweet Child of Mine, Axl Rose is probably one of the worst lead singers of all time. I just can't stand that over-the-top screaming. He sounds like the worst combinations of Geddy Lee and Brian Johnson and Sid Vicious combined into a baby. And it's just... As for their drummer and bassist and the guitar Slash, I really liked them. If it weren't for those three contributing factors, I would automatically put this band in F tier right now. But I will put them in D tier. That's how much I despise Axl Rose. Hall & Oates, I'll put them in C. Heart, S tier. A very important band for the 70s and the 80s. They wrote, and even in the 90s, they were one of the very first, not the first, but one of the very first female lead singer in the band. They really just came out with so much great music. I could go on and on and on and on and on about Heart, because their guitar work, the drumming, the bass line, the vocals, which, especially for the time, it was so rare to hear a female lead singer in a rock and roll band. And just, they have such beautiful, amazing music, such amazing talent. I'm actually going to put them above Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, I will say, was the innovator of music, especially guitar work. He really contributed to a lot of the guitar work and music of the... But wasn't the greatest singer. Didn't have to be. But the thing is, I highly doubt this man would have been as popular as he was if he had lived on from his overdose in 1970. Just because there's so many other guitarists that were coming out that were already surpassing him. B. I'll put him above Genesis. Huey Lewis and the News. You like Huey Lewis and the News? You know, their first album I didn't really care for, but their second one was when they really came into their own. And the song Hip to Be Square is really an interesting title. See? Imagine Dragons. I can't stand their songs. Everybody hates all their fucking songs. I hate their songs, dude. To me, you want my honest opinion, they came out with one album, and then after that, I mean, they hit the poop chute for sure. And every album that they've been releasing after that has just been falling in the farter. I mean, you talk about the biggest corporate sellout of all time. Is this going to be my first F tier? Not quite. Not quite. They have two songs that I really enjoy. So I'm going to put them in the D tier. F tier is like... Fiery Depths of Hell. That's what I'm going to rename it to. It just... That means like none of their songs are good. None of them. Incubus. I don't know them all that well. Insane Clown Posse. No. Iron Maiden. I'll put them in the A tier. I like Iron Maiden. Some people don't, but I do. Janis Joplin. You know, Janis Joplin was really overrated. She really was. Even if she died, I mean, death does not equal a good artist. I'll put her in the bottom of B tier. Jefferson Airplane. B tier. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Again, I will admit they were the innovators for, female lead singers and bands and stuff like that, but they really were overrated. They really were. I'll admit that they were the first, but they were overrated. Journey. I will admit this would probably be one of the first bands to probably rival, Boston's Legacy, because Steve Perry was probably the only person that could probably compete with Brad Delp's vocals, and you don't really see any other musicians that could probably do that. Yeah. Joy Division. Let's see. Judas Priest. Love bites, love bites, love bites. B. I can't tell who that is. The Killers. Let's see. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That is a cool name, but I don't know who you are. King Crimson. I'm going to put them at the top of A tier because they were definitely very interesting for the time. Combining stuff of hard rock and psychedelics, heavy psychedelics. And probably one of the most iconic debut albums of all time, The Court of the Crimson King. Kings of Leon. I don't know. The Kings. Definitely, probably one of the very first important bands of the early 60s and late 70s. Early 70s. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the light real fast. It's starting to get dark. Here we are. Anyways, where was I at? The Kinks. Yeah, the Kinks are great. Kiss. I was made for loving you, baby. You. I don't know, man. I've never been a big Kiss fan. I really think that they were very overrated. I mean, they had some okay songs here and there, but overall, I think they were very overrated. Korn. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I can see why. I'll put them in the bottom of the B. I can't read that. Led Zeppelin. This one's gonna get me real deep shit. I'll put them above Jimi Hendrix. I really think that Led Zeppelin is really overrated. Most of their stuff they ripped off, even their most iconic song, probably the most iconic song of all time. They stole the major riff from it, from a Ernest Dale and Parker song. They even had a whole lawsuit about it. It was because it was so similar. I mean, it sounds, because it's literally the exact same. I really think they were overrated. Yeah. Limp Bizkit. I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be the very first one that's going to hit the bottom, starting of F. Yeah. Linkin Fart. I don't know. I just never was a big Linkin Park fan. Let's see. Lumineers. I don't know who they are. M83. I can't read this. Marilyn Manson. F tier. F tier. Absolutely F tier. I mean, just over the top screaming and yelling and, hey, what do you say? Oh, done. Yeah. I can't stand that type of music. I'm pretty sure the guy's just kind of a complete dick as well. I'm pretty sure he's kind of did what Cosby did as well. Don't quote me on that. He just a complete nut job. And even that one song that was kind of catchy that he did was like, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. It's like, okay, one and done. Maroon 5. I love Maroon 5. I can definitely always get down and listen to Maroon 5. Matchbox. Nope. Ah, yes, My Chemical Romance. The king of the edgelords. The kids that got touched as children. Yeah. They definitely were very important, especially for the early 2000s, because they really definitely, I mean, they only have 4 albums before they broke up. I don't know, are they back together? I don't really know. But they really could make music, just everything that I would want in music is in My Chemical Romance, you know. Not to the, they're edgy, but not to the point to where it's like, yeah, this is edgy, yeah, but they definitely have some grit to them, so I definitely enjoy that. Meatloaf, I'll put him in A tier. Megadeth, B tier. Metallica, okay. This is just me. I'm not a big Metallica fan. To me, they only have but 4 songs, in my opinion. I admit they definitely have some good work, but I don't know, I'm just not a metal dude. I'm really not. But I will admit they have talent. The Misfits. Anywhere, is where she is. Let's see. I don't know who that is. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. We're just trying to be friendly. I like the Monkees. Yeah. Yeah. Where are the Beatles at? Hold on. Where are the Beatles? I don't even know where I put the Beatles at. I mean, you guys are almost as good as the Monkees. Yeah, I definitely... did I put them in C tier? I don't know. Moody Blues. Me too. Motley Crue. They had a couple of songs, I'll admit. I don't really care for their music all too much. To me, I mean, they stole most of their stuff from other musicians, such as Slade. So just they really didn't do. Let's see. Motorhead. D. Puddle of Mud. I don't know who that is. Mustard Sons? I can't read that. Shit, why are they making all of them microscopic? I don't know who that is. The Neighborhood. I don't know who that is. Neutral Milk Hotel. I think they only had one full-length album. No, shit. I'll put them in the bottom. I'll put them above Green Day. To me, they're just kind of like an off-brand. To me, they're like a bet. They're like a bet. Okay, here's how I would rate Neutral Milk Hotel. They're like, you go into a store and you see an off-brand like soda, but you know this off-brand soda is better than the actual soda. That's my comparison to Green Day and Neutral Milk Hotel. Neutral Milk Hotel is the soda that is an off-brand soda that's better than the actual soda that you want to go and drink. Yeah. That's literally the best way I can put it. It's literally the off-brand Coke brand that you would go out and get, and you know is an off-brand Coke brand, but you would enjoy it more. You enjoy it more. If that makes any sense. It just tastes better. It's better on the tongue. Nickelback. For me, little Troy, she's a monkey's sister. Everybody wants to be my twisted sister. See. 9 Inch Nails. I mean, if you're into that type of music, yeah. I used to really like this band, but to me, really, they only had but one album, so I'll put them in the... Nirvana. Load up on guns, bring your friends, it's fun to lose. Nirvana is a very overrated band. I know this next one's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I really don't see that much appeal in Nirvana. Oasis. F. Yeah. I absolutely cannot freaking stand Oasis. Anytime like Champagne Supernova or any of their other songs starts coming on the radio, you hear that faster than a cannonball, wherever you are, we're getting high. Someday you will find me, call the later landslide. That's exactly what he sounds like. I'm not kidding. I mean, Wonderwall. I mean, even Wonderwall. if I pull out my guitar and someone asks me to play Wonderwall, I will actually put my guitar up and fucking leave. I hate Oasis so unbelievably much. They are one of the worst bands, like, ever. How they got as popular as they are. I mean, songs like Champagne Supernova just being played over and 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 over again. Hearing that with the horrible singing. I mean, it sounds like Bob Dylan going, "You and I want a man." I can't stand them. Offspring. I like the Offspring. I actually like the Offspring more than probably most of these bands here, so I'm going to put them in the top of a D tier. I don't like most of their songs, but I will admit they definitely are. They definitely have some punk and edge to them. I can't stand Green Day. I don't really care for Neutral Milk Hotel. I'm actually going to move them down. Yeah, I'd actually put the Offspring over AC/DC. Yeah, I cannot stand Brian Johnson at all. One Republic, I don't know who that is. I can't read. Pantera. I mean, again, I'm not into the big whole metal. I'll admit they have a lot of talent, especially their guitarist. B. Papa Roach. I don't know who that is. Paramore. Pavement. Pearl Jam. You know, if they would I think if they toned down the grunge a little bit, I understand the grunge, but I mean, hearing well, sheets of clay, oh yeah. I can't read that. Fish. I can't stand Fish. They're like an off-brand of... They're like the bad off-brand of Grateful Dead. It's like you go into a gas station and you see Dr. Pepper, and right next to it you see Dr. Bob. Fish is literally the Dr. Bob right next to the Dr. Pepper. No, here's the thing. Okay, so you got the Grateful Dead. That would be like Dr. Pepper. And then you would have like some other band somewhere in the middle, and that's Mr. Pibb. And then right at the very, like in the very back, you got Fish, which is spelled with a PH, which is Dr. Bob. Pink Floyd. I'll figure out the S tier here in a minute, but yeah, they belong in S tier. The Pixies. B. The Police. Dancing on the moon. C. I can't read that. Prince. Yeah, I'm gonna put Prince in S tier. Just iconic guitarist, singer. He could write all the music. He could sing, dance, write music, play almost any instruments. Yeah. Pulp. Queen. I mean, really? Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure out S tier. The rest of them I don't really care about. Queen. I don't know who that is. Radiohead. Incel music. I'll put them above the Doors. I'll put them above Depeche Mode, actually. I can't read that. The Ramones. I'm not a big Ramones fan, but I'll put them above most of these other bands. I'll actually put them above The Clash. That's about where I would put them. Rage Against the Machine. REM. REO Speedwagon. Underrated band. Absolutely underrated. I mean, amazing, just amazing guitarist, Gary Richrath. Amazing vocalist, yeah. Rush. You know, I didn't always enjoy Rush, but man, it's Rush. I mean, a three-man band. I mean, probably the greatest drummer who ever lived, Neil Peart, may he rest in peace. Do 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 do. Yeah. Black Sabbath. See. Saint Motel. I don't know who that is. That's a cool name though. I can't read that. Scorpions. No one like you. I've been waiting. S tier. Sex Pistols. The granddaddies of punk. The innovators of punk, really. I'll put them in the top of C tier. Leonard Skinner. Don't you fly my free. I'll actually put them in the top of A tier. Yeah. Slayer. I was never a big Slayer guy. I'll put them ahead of Motorhead. Slipknot. Again, I'll put them. I think I actually like Slipknot more than Slayer. Smashing Pumpkins. They're not quite S tier, but I'll put them right behind Maroon 5. Actually, that's more like it. I'll put them right behind Meatloaf. Smash Mouth. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, what did the guy have? What, 3 songs? I'll put him in the bottom of C. The Smiths. Probably the kings of the incel music. Other than Radiohead. I'll actually put them above Neutral Milk Hotel and Audioslave. To me, I'd say they're probably the best of their genre. Sonic Youth. F. I'll put them at the top of F, if that makes it any better. I mean, you just talk about trash, man. Soundgarden. I mean, they only had but one song, in my opinion. I will put them above The Doors still. Steve Miller Band. I like Steve Miller. Yeah. Stone Temple Pilots. This is probably going to get me in a lot of trouble. Yeah. The Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones were really actually overrated too. I think they were better than the Beatles, that's for sure, but they definitely were overrated. I'll put them in B tier. I'll put them right behind Chicago. Is that the Stooges? Stooges. I'll put them right behind. The Strokes. They definitely were kind of like the last band in the whole 90s, 2000 era, right before, you know, the internet took over and basically killed music forever. I'll put them in B tier. Styx. I'm sailing away. I'll put them in S tier, because that's where they belong. Swans. More incel music. Not there. Sweet. I don't know what these are. System of the Down. System of a Down. Okay, I always thought it was System of the Down. Kind of a Mandela effect for you. I put them right behind Offspring. T-Rex. Probably one of the most underrated bands of all time, really. S tier. Talking Heads. Can't seem to face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. I'll put them in the bottom of B for now. Tame Impala. You know, I've only listened to 2 of his albums, but from what I've heard, man, the guy can... Kevin Parker can really make some music. I think he really is one of the best out of this era, really, out of the postmodern era. Kevin Parker really is the best. Tenacious D. Tenacious D really is like it is a joke band with Jack Black. I'd put them right behind Imagine Dragons. They're not quite F tier because I'll admit, they have some talent, but like, I cannot read that. Tool. I will say Tool is probably the best of the dark music. I think they're even better than, if you talk about like dark rock and, you know, edginess, right? Kind of like emo, but not yet emo. Maynard just really delivered just amazing music. There's only, 5 albums? I think they belong on the top of A tier. Fighters, Iron Maiden. I'm gonna put them right behind Maroon 5. I don't think they're quite S tier, but they definitely 21 Pilots. They're more of a rap group than a rock group, if you ask me. They definitely, when they started out, for sure, but they've definitely become more and more corporate sellouts, which is what I hate about music. But they gotta eat, so I can't really blame them. I'll put them at the top C tier, though. Toto. Cheers, I'll be whispered in some quiet calm. I'm actually going to put them at the top of B tier. You know what? I'm actually going to put them above Bon Jovi. Yeah. Train. Yeah, that feels right. Twisted Sister. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. I'm gonna put them right behind Alice Cooper. Really, Alice Cooper should probably be... Alice Cooper should probably be higher. So should Beck. Yeah. U2. Can't freaking stand U2. This is one where I will say that they're better than Fish. They are better than Limp Bizkit. They are better than Marilyn Manson. I will put them at the top of F tier. At least they're somewhat bearable to listen to. Every one of their songs sounds the same. Bono every single one of their songs is just the exact same. You literally cannot tell the difference from anything. Muse. Not Cake. Muse. I'll put them right behind Bare Naked Ladies. Cake. Don't know who that is. Vampire Weekend. Van Morrison. Who's Van Morrison? Hold on. Van Morrison. I know who this is, but I'm sorry. Van Halen. Van Halen? Van Halen? Yeah. They belong in S tier. The Velvet Underground and Nico. If we're just considering this album, then I'm probably going to put them at the top of A tier. Yeah. The Verve. No. I mean, you know my opinion about this band if you know me already. So yeah. It needs no introduction. Where would I put them in S tier? What the hell is that? Can I not have that? We'll figure it out later. Weezer. I'll admit they had 2 great albums, but after that, man, they were really in the poop shoot. It's most of their discography really just puts them down in the farter. I'll put them in at the top of C tier though. The White Stripes. I'll put them above AC/DC. The Who. Yeah, this one's right. Wilco. Yes. Very important band. S tier. Zappa. You Napa, you get a slapper. Oh man, we still got all these freaking bands to go through. A lot of these I don't even recognize. Oh man. Zappa, you get a slapper. A. I don't know who this is. Gang. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. The Yardbirds. I know who the Yardbirds are though. Old 60s band. I'll put them right behind Led Zeppelin. Fugazi, Interpol, the Modern Lovers, the Murlocs. My Bloody Valentine, more Incel Rock. I will put them right behind the Offspring. New Order. Television. 10 Years After. Breaking Benjamin, I know them. They're good. They're solid. They're grandy. I'm going to put them right behind Tool, actually. That sounds about right. They're a really good band. I really enjoy their stuff. I don't think they're S tier or nothing like that. I don't even think Tool is S tier, but they can definitely make a sound, especially for the modern era. I don't know who that is. The Brian, I can't read. Deaf Heaven? I can't read that. The Deftones, more incel rock. Again, I'm going to put them right behind the Offspring. I will actually put them above My Bloody Valentine, though. Eels. I don't know what that is. Glass Animals. Hackin'. Jinx. MGMT. I know they are. I'm going to put them above... I'm going to put them right behind Arctic Monkeys. What says about? I don't know who that is. The Traveling Wilburys. Bad Company. I can't deny. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to put them right... I'm actually going to put them right behind Alice Cooper. The Birds. The Birds. They definitely were good for the time. I'm going to put them right above the Yardbirds. Cheap Trick. I want you to want me. I'm going to put them right behind Led Zeppelin. Hatebreed. I don't know what that is. I can't read that. Primus. I will say that they are definitely, they are kind of like a joke band, but they're great. They really are. I really think that they kind of... I'm actually going to put them in the top of A tier. I don't know what that is. Shame. Steely Dan. Are you here with me, Dr. Wu? Are you here? I'm going to put him right behind. Yes. Franz Ferdinand. I'll put him in the top of C tier. The Kooks. They definitely were good. Mass Hysteria. Temple of the Dog. Yeah. Didn't really have... I don't know who those are. Dirty Honey. Don't know. I don't know. Sleep. Stone Roses. Supertramp. Death Gripes. Idols. I don't know who any of these people are. Kings. I can't read that. I don't know what that is. Sum 41. Yes. Dead Kennedys. That's one I actually recognize. I'm going to put them right above Tenacious D. Is it the Hollies? Buddy Holly? Peggy Sue. Definitely important singer for the 50s. I'll put him behind Led Zeppelin. I don't know who that is. Poison. I feel like I'm feeling A tier. I'll put him right behind Dire Straits. Skillet. I like Skillet. They're really great. Their music is really out of this world, especially for this era. Daft Punk. I mean, I wouldn't really consider them to be a... I'd say they're more of like an electronic band, but I wouldn't consider them rock, but... A lot of their stuff can kind of get annoying, but I'll put them... I'm actually going to put them above Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah. I don't know who that is. I've heard of this band, but I haven't listened to anything, so I can't read that. Block Party. The Hives? No. Jet. I don't know who that is. 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 Cranberries. I didn't recognize that one. They had some good songs. Very soft rock for sure. B. Devo. Devo. Whip It. Whip It Good. That's the only song of theirs I really know. I'll put them above Tenacious D and the Dead Kennedys. I'll actually put them above the Doors. I don't know. That is Spoon. I don't know. That is The Jam. I don't know. Oh, the Jam is that. I'm giving up on what society wants. I'm going underground with the kings up to pat the pound, going underground. I'll put them above Neutral Milk Hotel. National. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. ZZ Top. Okay, finally the last one. Man, there's a lot. I'll put him right behind Leonard Skinner. As for the S tier, I don't really know how I'm going to rank this. What's going on there? But yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think Boston's still going to be the number one. Yeah. Sorry, I'm too much of a Boston fan to change my mind. But yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. I don't know. Maybe I can do a couple more. That was having fun. Shoot, man, I'm going for almost an hour. Holy crap. Oh, man. Let's see if I can find one of those. Elliott Smith albums. Yeah, we'll do one of these. Make a short little good one. Alright. Maybe I can do another Ween. Yeah. Alright. Since I didn't see Elliott Smith on there, I was like, you know what, why not? I mean, he's definitely folk rock, so. Alright. Elliott Smith. Since I did, this will just be a little bonus one. Since I did a big one. A little side bonus. Alright, starting out with Elliott Smith's debut album. His debut record, solo record in 1993. Roman Candle. I mean, this one was definitely very DIY. There were some interesting tunes, like the title track, Roman Candle. Definitely little catchy vibes. But it definitely was very DIY. It was all recorded in his basement on a 4-track recorder. And you can definitely very tell. C tier. Alright, next album. Second album, Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith, Elliott Smith. Will Elliott Smith, Elliott Smith. Yes, Elliott Smith, Will Elliott Smith, Elliott Smith. I'm actually going to put this in S tier, man. It really has some just amazing jams to it. I mean, just wow. I mean, it just makes you just all the lyrics in there just really catches you every time you go back into it. I love that album. Finally, his third album, Either Or, 1995, which that's when he started getting famous. We did this the track for Good Will Hunting. Would I put this above his second album? Yeah. Next up, his fourth album, XO, which came out in 1998, if I remember correctly. There's some lower stuff in there, but I really adore this album to pieces. But I don't think it's as good as these two, but it's definitely still up there. And it's still an S tier record, in my opinion. His next one, Figure 8, which was the album 2000, which where he really started getting into drugs and was having a lot of mental issues, and he started spiraling out of control. But it really was, I'd say, his most loud record. Instead of, his real soft vocal harmony and stuff like that, it's definitely got this punk edge to it almost, but it's also got this real happy vibe to it as well. A tier. Next album, From a Basement on the Hill. This album actually came out after he died. He was almost done with the album. I don't know if it was just because of his mental issues or what was going on, or a lot of just because he died about 3/4 of the way through the album. But it can really tell. You can really tell. There's a couple of good songs on that album, but man, this one just really is just not. It's not anywhere as good as these three or this one here. It still has something onto it, but I'd say B. Elliott Smith, New Moon. This was a bunch of songs that he never really released. Just a bunch of stuff that he recorded that never got released. So it's like a compilation album. It's still a good album, but again, it's not anywhere as like his first, like the rest of them, especially knowing that the album came out almost 4 years after he died. I'm gonna put it below From a Basement on the Hill. And Elliott Smith, Grand Mal, I've actually never even heard of until I saw it today. I'm assuming this is a live album, so I don't really know. I'm just going to put it right behind Roman Candle. And there you go. There's the entire Elliott Smith catalog. I wonder if there's a Ween one real fast. I'm sure. Oh, I could rank his entire songs. I could rank all the Ween songs. Holy crap, I can rank all the Ween songs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Oh man. So, okay. Wow. Okay. Here, we're gonna get rid of this SSS and just. I can rank all the Ween songs. Holy crap. It's weird that it's out of order because this is their debut right here. This is God Ween Satan. And Wow. Yeah, it's out of order. That's weird. Okay, well, I'll just start from the top and work my way down to the bottom. Morning Glory. Morning Glory is like chugging vodka with no idea that you're about to drink vodka. It is an experience to say none the least. It's S tier. Touch My Tutor, Smoocher. It's a bop. A tier. I Saw Junior Crying in His Sleep. B. Flies on My Dick. B. Spring Theme. C. Sarah, who I play I love. A. Pumpin' for the Man. One of their very first songs ever. A. I play it off legit. I play it off legit. This is actually. Why do I have an E? Let's delete that. I play it off legit. I'm actually gonna put that in their F tier. This is one of their songs where it's just like album filler and it's just completely annoying. Reggae Junkie Jew. C. The going gets tough from the get-go. C. Push the little daisies and make them come up. Push the little. S. Big Jim. Way better live, but yeah. Epic song. The Stallion Part 3. B. Tennis Situation. S tier. Little Birdie. Let's see. The Stallion Part 2. I actually put that in A. The Pork Roll, Egg, and Cheese. On a Kaiser bun. By the way, I'm not going to rank which one's the best song of all time. I'm just gonna put them in the column. She F's me. B. Moving Away. B. Alone. B. Sketches of a Winkle. Oh My Dead Falling in Love. Wasn't this just an interlude? I think that was just an interlude. I think that's an interlude too. Laura? I don't remember this one. Got awesome. Yeah, that's an F tier song. And that's just one where they're just kind of just throwing crap on there. Don't Sweat It. I'll put that top C. Can You Taste the Waste? B. Molly. Molly. B. Demon Sweat. B. Captain Fantasy. A. Right to the Ways of the Rules of the World. B. Pollo Asado is just him ordering Mexican food. D. The Stallion Part 1. The start of it all. Sorry, Charlie. B. Frank. Dr. Rock. Absolute banger song on the Morning Glory. I'm going to put it right behind Morning Glory. Strap on that there jammy pack. B. Puffy Cloud. D. Marbled Tulip Juicy Tree. S. Squelch the Little Weasel. Blackjack, F tier. That one's an F tier. Birthday Boy, absolute banger, S tier song. I wouldn't say it's as good as Morning Glory, but yeah, it's pretty good. Old Man Thunder. I don't remember this one all that well. Papa's it, this is it. Let Me Lick Yo. Yeah, S tier. Mushroom Festival in Hell. S. Licking the Palm for Guava. Nan. I'm pretty sure that's an interlude. Old Queen Cole. Riding down the road del camino. Coming. Nico. There you go. Up on the hill, down by the river, by the ocean. Never squeal. Don't laugh, I love you. Bumblebee, I see. I'm cold and wet. I'm cold and wet. Fat lady's gonna make it on myself. Fat lady. I don't think it's as good. I got Sweezel. I'm in the mood to move. No. Tick. No. You screwed up. I'll put that in top of beats here. Oh, okay, is this the, oh, okay, that's weird. Went from, huh. This is weird, man. The whole thing's out of order. Have you ever seen a whale with a poking tail? I don't know if I can finish, guys. I'm getting tired. It's 9:30. I usually go to bed by this point. I got a lot of stuff I'm planning on doing tomorrow. I'm gonna be finishing up a script for my big video for JNEO tomorrow, and hopefully that video will be out by next week, and that'll probably be the last video on JNEO for quite a while because I'm going to be super busy with War for Paradise, and you know how it is, life. If you could save yourself, save us all. S tier, Argus S tier song. Alcanroll Road A tier. That's just an interlude. I don't want it. Chocolate Town S tier. Captain A tier. Hey there, fancy pants. Happy color marbles. Tried and true. So many people in the neighborhood. Among his tribe, among us, a transdermal celebration. Zoloft, it's gonna be a long night. Friends EP version, I'm loving you. Go, she wanted to leave. S. Buckingham Green, S. The Mollusk, S. Polka Dot Tail, A. I'll Be Your Johnny on the Spot, A. Manipulated Lips, S. And Blarney Stone. I mean, you talk about like the best drunken Sailor Rock song of all time. It's gonna be alright, baby. The Golden Eel. Cold Blows the Wind. Pink Eye on My Leg. And I'd say this is the only song I didn't really care for in the Mollusk. Ocean Man. Your Party. Lullaby. Woman and Man, Sweetheart in the Summer, Shame Maker, Spirit Walker, Fruit Man, With My Own Bare Hands, Learning to Love, Object, Friends, Blue Balloon, Fiesta, Someday. Be bringing it all together. Monique the Freak. Yes, sir. That is an absolute banger. It's not. I don't think anything's going to be as good as Morning Glory, but man. The Rift. Yeah, I like the Rift. A tier. Israel. Transitions. How High Can You Fly? Did you see me come down off the tree? Oh, Gabrielle, you know I never. Oh, Gabrielle, I fell in love today. Boys Club, oh boy. Slow down, boy. Tastes good on the bun. She's your baby. Falling out, it's the end. May as well have never been. Penny Fackler. The Grove. Back to Basil. Strucker's Ace. Bananas blow, man. Heck yeah. Even if you don't, yes sir. Everything that you are, exactly where I'm at. Fluffy, I had a dog named Fluffy. Hey, you were the full. Man, I mean, this entire record, 12 Golden Country breaks, even though there's only 10 songs on the album, due to I think they got sued over 2 of the songs or whatever. Help me script mucus on my brain. Yes sir, S tier. Mr. Richard Smoker. Powder Blue. Pretty girl. I don't want to leave you on the farm. Piss up a rope. Yes sir. Like a Japanese cowboy. King Billy. Is it bad that I know I know every one of these songs? I'm a baby holding you. Don't shit where you eat, my friend. What Diener was talking about. HIV song. Buenos tardes, amigos. Candy. Jumper Road. Voodoo Lady. Shaking that stick, driving me crazy. Drifter After Dark. Mr. Would You Help My Pony? Baby, baby, baby girl. Roses Are Free, absolute banger, dude. Again, not as good as Morning Glory, but man. Tear for Eddie, man. Again, not as good as Morning Glory. Nothing's gonna beat Morning Glory. Freedom of the body, freedom spinal. I got to put the hammer down. Take me away to some other land. Don't get too close to my fantasy. Yeah. Dancing in the show tonight. There you go. There's all the Ween songs. So, as you can see, I'm doing some research right here. Thanks to anyone who watched. New video coming out soon. I gotta record War for Paradise soon. I'm gonna be writing more on it pretty soon.